Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Gabriel Knight 2, The Beast Within, Blind. I am looking for all of the pieces of Wagner's Lost Opera. Let me save because I haven't done that. And if the game crashed or something, or I died, I would be pretty annoyed.
These all say, Maria hat geholfen. Mary helped. I think I'll do my petitioning inside the chapel. Silver body parts.
Silver? Would that help?
Penitent offerings. A replica is made for the part of the body you wish to have healed. The replica is offered to the Lady of Altading as a token of faith. I'd better wait till the service is over. Hello. Mary's water. It looks like they want a donation.
So I can buy holy water if I leave a donation.
Grüß Gott. Is it possible to see Ludwig's heart urn? Das tut mir leid. Das Herz für Ludwig II. Von Bayern. Haben Sie das Herz? Das Herz. Herz. Oh, no, not my heart. I'm not sick. Thanks. If you have a special prayer to make or wish to place a penitence offering, I can lead you to the shrine. I'd better wait until the service is over.
So what does the holy water...
Water from the Black Madonna's spring.
What does that give me?
I don't need another bottle.
I hardly even know what to do with the first one.
I'd better wait till the service is over.
Yeah, there's nothing else here.
I wonder if these penitent gifts do any good.
I wonder if they would hurt a werewolf. If it's real
These
silver.
all say, Maria hat geholfen.
Although, maybe, I can like spill the water and have the guards clean it at the castle.
Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Die Kinder. Ich hole etwas, um es auszuwischen.
That's kind of a dick move. Well, I guess that child was walking on that chair, which is already wrong, because this is a museum with highly valuable historical objects. But I am framing that kid for pissing the chair.
This is the only copy of Wagner's Lost Opera. This is the only copy of Wagner's Lost Opera.
Yeah, but why can't they read it? It seems somewhat important, wouldn't you say? Okay, so there's nothing else to be accomplished at Neuschwanstein. So is the mass over here?
Hello.
It is...
I don't want to disturb her. The walls are covered with silver penitent offerings. The walls are covered with silver penitent offerings. The walls are covered with silver penitent offerings. The Madonna must be in that inner shrine. I'm not sure I can go back there by myself.
It says, if you have a special prayer to make or wish to place a penitence offering, I can lead you to the shrine. So...
I'm not making myself understood.
I need a silver body part to pretend I want to place it on the shrine or something?
I wonder if these penitent gifts do any good.
Does the game want me to steal from this to pretend it's mine? Or can I get one in the castle maybe?
Gerda's offered to help, but I can't think of anything she can do at the moment. Ritter ancestors, I assume. I don't have time to put the rest of the sheets on the bed. Nice view of the Alps. There's nothing in the secret passage that could help me now. The post office is closed. She can't give me any more advice now. Werner looks about as interested in talking to me as I am in talking to him. He feels pretty bad about Gabriel. The lilies died after all. I don't want to disturb her. These coffins are really old. Martin Ritter, 1190 to 1253. Those look better? Those look better? Jürgen Ritter, 1403 to 1461. Those look better? Those look better. That silver heart reminds me of the silver penitent gifts at Altading. I wonder if... No, that wouldn't be right. Maybe I should just ask her. I wonder if...
Gerda left that, right? For Wolfgang?
Gerda, I have something to ask you. It's really awful.
What is it?
You know the silver heart you got for Wolfgang's casket?
Yes.
If I paid you to have another one made, do you think I could take the one at St. George's?
It's for Gabriel, isn't it?
Yes.
Take it. Wolfgang will understand.
Thank you so much, Gerda. Gerda's offered to help. Those... Thanks, Gerda. And Wolfgang.
Okay, so the only thing to be accomplished is here.
Hello. I have a gift for the Madonna, Father. It's the Lady of Altading. He's praying for me. Good. I need all the help I can get. I think the box is for penitent offerings. The heart urns. I think I know which one is Ludwig's, but how am I going to get it down? I think I know which one is Ludwig's. If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns. If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns. I feel guilty about being here to get in Ludwig's urn. I hope she knows that I mean no disrespect. I feel guilty about being here to get in Ludwig's urn. I hope she knows that I mean no disrespect. If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns. I think that door leads outside. I think that door leads outside. If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns. I think that door leads outside. I feel guilty about being here to get in Ludwig's urn. I hope she knows that I mean no disrespect. I think that door leads outside. I feel guilty about being here to get in Ludwig's urn. It's the Lady of Altading. He's praying for me. Good. I need all the help I can get. I think the box is for penitent offerings. Lady of Altading, take this gift. I think you know why I'm here. I apologize for even thinking of violating your shrine. But you know I need to get what's inside Ludwig's urn. I think you want me to help him, and Gabriel. Gabriel may be egotistical and selfish, but he's got a good heart, I think. Anyway, he doesn't deserve this curse. Help me help both of them, please.
So is it telling me to extinguish the candles? So one of them did do that.
If I could get away with moving that chair, I could reach the urns. I think I know which one is Ludwig's, but how am I going to get it down? I hope this works. I only have a few seconds.
2 months later?
Der Fluch des Engelhart by Richard Wagner, conducted by Herr Klaus Immerding and Herr Georg Immerding. I can't believe we've pulled it off.
Chandelier diagram.
Wagner's layout of the theater. The Curse of Engelhart by Richard Wagner, Act 1. Many years ago, in a small German village, there lived a young man named Engelhart. Engelhart was a lowly blacksmith's apprentice. He was fair-faced, but by nature gentle and shy. Being orphaned, and having lived with a blacksmith in virtual slavery since his parents died, Engelhart had nothing in the world to claim as his own. Nothing, that is, but an amazing talent. For 10 years, the beautiful and much-desired wares that had passed for the blacksmith's own had actually been produced by Engelhart. The blacksmith, a greedy and vain man, was determined to keep this a secret. He forbade Engelhart to ever work the metal in front of another soul, on pain of death. But the blacksmith's ingratitude went further still. He was so plagued with envy of Engelhart's talents that he treated Engelhart like a lazy and worthless dog. The other villagers, assuming that the blacksmith's behavior toward Engelhart must be deserved, followed suit. Now in the same town there lived a rich baron. The baron maintained a patronly and righteous face with the villagers, but it was rumored that he was actually unspeakably cruel and wicked. There was also a young maiden, Hildegunde, who was lovely and good-hearted. Hildegunde was the only one who took pity on Engelhart and was kind to him. Engelhart loved Hildegunde madly, but was too shy and too penniless to even speak of it. In the first act, we learn that Hildegunde's parents, blinded by the prospective fortune, have betrothed her to the Baron. When Hildegunde learns of this, she is terrified and protests that the Baron is reputed to be evil, but her parents brush this off as jealous rumors and demand her obedience. Poor Hildegunde is too good to defy her parents' wishes, and so she reluctantly agrees. The Baron, with great public ceremony, sends Hildegunde a betrothal gift of a silver jewelry box. Hildegunde, overcome by her fear and anger at the betrothal, casts the jewelry box into the fire. She is immediately remorseful and pulls it out, but it is too late. The delicate silver has been badly marred. Hildegunde fears for her life when she sees the damage. She is afraid the blacksmith would report the damage to the Baron, so she approaches Engelhart and begs him to help her. Engelhart thinks of his master's warning, but determines to disregard it for Hildegunde's sake. He melts down the silver and constructs another box even more beautiful than the first. When Hildegunde sees his great artistic skill, she falls in love with him. The two come together in an aria of love, but their bliss is momentary. What about the betrothal? The young couple, knowing the Baron will never relinquish his claim, decide to run away. Act 2. The Baron learns of Hildegunde and Engelhart's disappearance. He is so furious that he hires hunters to track the pair down. Hildegunde and Engelhart are found and arrested. In a public trial, Hildegunde pleads their case in a stirring aria. She tells the townspeople of Engelhart's great skill and his mistreatment by the blacksmith. She tells them Engelhart is good and kind. The blacksmith should be turned out for his evils and Engelhart given the shop. Then she and Engelhart could marry and live in peace with their neighbors. Her parents chose a groom for her, but she begs to be allowed her own choice. It is then the Baron's turn to speak. He declares that he has been terribly injured, a victim of a wayward girl. His marriage claim was first. There can be no other. He implies that if the villagers do not help him make it right, he will remove his aid from the village coffers. Then the Baron turns to Engelhart. By the rights of the injured, the Baron announces he is empowered to set a curse. The Baron curses Engelhart with a terrible and ancient malady, that whenever the moon shines in the night, Engelhart will become a marauding wolf. The village is terrified of wolves and has been plagued for many years by a local renegade wolf which has taken the lives of many children. The Baron further declares that because he is merciful, he will still marry Hildegunda, but not until she renounces Engelhart with her own words. Until she does, he will keep her safe from further shame by locking her up in a small room at the top of his house. The villagers naturally side with the Baron. Hildegunda goes to her prison, and Engelhart does indeed become a wolf at night. At first, Engelhart is hated and feared by the villagers. They make the sign of the evil eye at him and will not tolerate his presence in town. But soon, rumors start to circulate about Engelhart the wolf. It seems he is always careful not to harm any human being nor any domestic stock. In fact, he even does some good for the villagers. He scares away bandits and he keeps the renegade wolf at bay. No more children are lost to the fangs of the night. Engelhart's kindness shines through even the dire nature of his curse. Hildegunda, meanwhile, still loves Engelhart as much as ever, whatever curse he might be under, and whatever acts that curse might force him to commit. When she hears of Engelhart's successful mastery of the curse, she dedicates herself to him forever. Hildegunda tells the Baron that she will never renounce Engelhart. The Baron's plan having collapsed before him, having given Engelhart dignity rather than removed it, he flies into a rage. He tells Hildegunda that he will marry her anyway, and on the morrow at that. She will become his wife or her parents' life will be forfeit. Act 3. The final act begins with the wedding feast for Hildegunda and the Baron. Hildegunda has cooperated due to her fear for her parents' lives, but now that the service is over, she is horrified to find herself that Baron's wife, and is mourning her final separation from Engelhart. After her poignant opening aria, the Baron approaches her and tries to draw her back to the party. He calls for the entertainment, hoping to cheer her up. In strides a traveling show of minstrels. They wear comic costumes and full face paint and immediately proceed to play and juggle for the crowd. One of them, a mime with a tragic frown painted on his face, seems to want to hover near and amuse the bride. She keeps brushing him off, clearly depressed and tearful, and he does his best to make her laugh. After the amusing antics of the minstrel's first song, the tone changes and the minstrel's music grows dark and theatrical. The Baron protests, preferring the comedy, but he's reassured by Hildegunda's father. The minstrels gather in a circle around the frowning minstrel. They whirl around him, and he slowly sinks from sight. The music grows more frantic. Suddenly, the minstrels burst apart like petals, and standing in the center of the room is a wolf. The villagers scream, but Hildegunda cries out that it is Engelhart. The wolf does not attack the crowd. It only lifts its head and begins to howl. The Baron screams at the wolf to stop, and he screams at the villagers to kill the wolf, but they only stare in horror. The Baron pulls his hair and gnashes his teeth. He rises and makes it to the center of the banquet hall, where he falls down in a heap of wedding silk. What emerges from the silk is another wolf. Engelhart has revealed the Baron's terrible secret for all to see. He was the renegade wolf that had terrorized the village. The Baron wolf escapes from the hall through the main archway. Engelhart leaps after him. The villagers rally in a cry of horror and fury. One of the men grabs an axe from the wall and entreats the others to follow. They will stalk and kill the murderous wolf. The villagers storm through the archway. Hildegunda follows. The final scene takes place in the woods outside the village. The villagers hunt the two wolves. They follow the wolf tracks, singing of the apparent ferocity of the battle between the two wolves. Hildegunda answers the men's excitement with her own fear for Engelhart's life. The crowd emerges into a clearing. There, the two wolves are engaged in a final deadly embrace. As they watch, Engelhart triumphs and the Baron Wolf sinks to the ground and dies. Unfortunately, Engelhart is mortally wounded. His curse has been broken by the Baron's death, but it is too late. Hildegunda sings her love to him, while the villagers pronounce him a great hero. Engelhart dies, and all mourn in a sorrowful final aria.
I'm not entirely sure the game knows what an opera is, or maybe I don't, because, you know, an opera is meant to be performed. This was like a novel, like, you know, like a short story. This doesn't have any, like, stage directions or dialogue for the actual songs that are supposed to be sung, so that's a bit weird. Because, you know, obviously this is made up, right? So if they went through the trouble of making this up, why not just write it as an opera?
I could use some fresh air, but I don't have time to go outside. Lots of drains around here. At least they don't have to worry about flooding. How quaint. These little latches hold the doors open. If I started closing these basement doors, I'd never find my way out.
Okay, this is maybe useful for later. If I'm, like, being chased, I need to close the doors behind me.
Lots of drains around here. At least they don't have to worry about flooding. Not much in here.
Theater keys.
That rope might come in handy.
Oops.
They'll find something else to use with the pulley. There's no easy way to get there from inside the auditorium.
We have 1 hour, people. Herr Emmerding. Herr Emmerding.
Yes, Mr. Costello?
Herr Emmerding, I must again protest about my lack of vocalization in Act 3. I have not a single note until the transformation aria.
Now, how many times do we have to go over this? You are disguised as a silent minstrel.
I know that. But an aria, sung to the audience, off to one side, would be very effective. Hildegard has one.
Yes, but the audience is not supposed to know it's you until the transformation into a wolf. It's a surprise. You know, surprise.
I realize that's the way it's written. I simply disagree with its effectiveness.
Your opinion is noted. It's time to get ready, Georg.
You go. I want to go over this one more time.
Wagner's layout of the theater.
So, orchestra. This is... the scene,
I suppose that large X had something to do with the seating arrangements. It's in a nice line from the chandeliers.
Right? I don't understand this diagram, to be honest. What even is it showing? Like, are those the pews? Like the chairs, the rows? I can't read any of
Wagner's
that.
layout of the theater. I suppose that large X had something to do with the seating arrangements.
How you holding up, Georg?
Oh, man. I'm going crazy. I wish I had never blackmailed Klaus into letting me conduct.
Don't be ridiculous. The opera was your discovery, Georg, remember? You'll be famous after tonight.
Assuming I don't make a complete ass of myself.
I'm not sure what else to say to Georg. I'm nervous enough. Thank God it's not me on that stage tonight. The restrooms are back there. I don't need to go that way at the moment. Grace Nakimura. I'm nervous enough. Thank God it's not me on that stage tonight. There's no easy way to get there from inside the auditorium.
Where even am I in this arrangement? Oh, right here.
This is a nice box. These seats look comfortable. Those other seats don't look nearly as good as the ones in this box. Grace. Looks like I found a spotlight, and one that's not often used by the look of it. I should try to aim the spotlight, but I haven't decided where to seat Von Glauer yet. Nope.
Okay, so I must find like a seating arrangement?
I could shine the spotlight just about anywhere if I wanted to. I could shine the spotlight just about anywhere if I wanted to. I could shine the... I could... I should try to aim the spotlight, but I haven't decided where to seat Von Glauer yet. Nope. No point in aiming it until it's on. The dressing rooms are back there. They're probably a madhouse right now. Old playbills and schedules. Old playbills and schedules. A seating chart. This might be useful. Old playbills and schedules. Wagner's layout of the theater. It's a seating chart for the theater. I'm not ready to get dressed yet. Here's that list I made. I'm not ready to get dressed yet.
How do you feel?
Like someone's put broken glass in my brain.
I thought we'd have you back in Rittersburg by now. The Smiths are waiting for you there.
It's okay. Just stick me in a room somewhere. Are we ready for the test?
I'll check.
Could you see about some heat, Gracie? I'm really freezing in here. Are you cold?
Sure. It's cold. I'll see what I can do.
Good. You do that.
I made this list of things to do. I made this list of things to do.
Yeah, might have problems reading that. Test chandeliers. G to be safe in Rittersburg. Night of Opera. Warn HI about possible distraction. Wait until the last minute. Figure out where to seat Von Glover and Leibner. Inform someone of seating plans. Get up some spotlight on VG. Turn it myself. Find a way to trap VG in the seat. Set up MTG with Leb at the theater. Make sure he's armed. Okay, how would I trap him? First things first, I need to figure out where he's sitting, I guess. Does this relate in any way to this? Like, how does this look? Okay, so if this corresponds to Wagner's drawing, the X would be actually the back, sort of the back seat lodge, possibly the upper one.
It's a seating chart for the theater.
Depending on how high the possibly the lower or the upper
I suppose that large X had something to do with the seating arrangements. It's in a nice line from the chandeliers.
Can I somehow combine this and this? No, I can't.
Grace.
But also, he was complaining about it being cold.
Grace.
Maybe there's like a furnace. I don't think I explored all of it, to be honest.
Cool air's coming in through that vent. It must lead outside. Gabriel back to Rittersburg before tonight. This room might do the trick, but I need to be able to lock it.
I am able to lock it, I think, because I have the keys.
A lot of theater junk. Looks like an old set piece. 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 A lot of theater junk. A lot of theater junk. It says private. Looks...
I could use it to restrict access to some areas, possibly?
A lot of theater junk.
So obviously people wouldn't follow that place. Wouldn't go into that place if it had that sign, ordinarily.
I don't need to lock the door until Gabriel's in there. Grace, now. There's nothing else in there.
Okay, kinda done goofed. Yes, surely this will be enough. Surely that's how it works. Being the one who fueled the furnace was always an easier and, easy job that required no hard manual labor.
The furnace doesn't need any more coal. I've already put plenty of coal in there. I don't need to open the door. The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment. The furnace doesn't appear to...
But I need to make it run. So there has to be some kind of a way.
The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment.
To sort of ignite it.
The furnace does...
Hoch is high? So is that like the...
I don't think this is working for some reason. The pilot is already lit. There we go. I don't think I should open the door while the furnace is burning. That should make Gabriel feel better.
Okay. I'll go and see him.
The dressing rooms are back there. They're I have no desire to go out on stage. I should let him rest. I'm not ready to get dressed yet.
Okay, this is a bit of post-editing shenanigans, because I noticed when I wrapped up the game that the final episode was like a 2.5 hour monstrosity of hell. So I decided in post to cut it in two, so hence the sort of abrupt conclusion. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one, the last one. Bye.